Look around. Look around. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, going on. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, going on. It's at the Lord build the house. They that labors in vain. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, going on. Let me say it again. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, going on. There's a whole lot of shaking going on, going on. It's that the Lord keeps the city. The watchman waketh in vain.
Not unless the whole damn every landmass on the face of the world. Africa is a new word at that. The word Africa probably ain't no more about 600-700 years old. That was not the name. That peninsula, because ain't no continent. That peninsula been called a whole bunch of things. And at one time they tell you that all the landmass were one. Well, that whole landmass called Africa. Elijah Muhammad said it was called Asia. That's why he call you the Asiatic black man. Well, when the land starts splitting apart, then, if we was on this part of in America, that still make me an African, and they want no African. So how do people over here, how do people over here get to be African because they dark skinned? And the word Africa wasn't even around when the land split apart. Something to think about, ain't it? See, because you got some folk who know they Africa or Moors in their family. And they want to keep you looking back over across the damn water. They're the one who hate Barack Obama the most. Because they thought he was one of them. And then he went over there and started taking out. Now he got the army over there tearing up everywhere they might think they might ruin. Malachi York tried to tell them they were going to destroy everywhere they might ruin. And the bed getting too narrow and the cover too short now. That what the book of the freak said. God is making the bed too narrow and the cover too short. And you can't hide yourself no more, black devil. We see you. See you just a bright and clear. Why you trying to make us look at the white man as being the devil? But most of the hell that I done called ain't been for no black man. It been for somebody look just like me. I ain't never had no damn black man to call me. I ain't never had no white man to call me no nigga. The white policeman pull me over and they call me sir. The black policeman pull me over, they want to call me boy. So go figure. So which one of them is the devil for me? See why they got us looking across the water for home. Most of us at home. It ain't about 3 million more here because they been killing them all. Through the food and stuff. Because they think they running the government. See, do I told y'all about that prayer line in it. And it ain't about 3, 4, maybe 5 million more that's still here. Those that haven't been killed off or locked up or something. Because them were the main ones get locked up. And you really easy to tell them because they really deform people. The more were deform type people. They have a lot of knee and foot problems and back problems. You know, other than the problem from like work. They just have natural. And they lazy as hell. They don't want to do nothing. So you be around on the job working with them. They ain't going to do nothing but run their mouth. They don't want to do no work. They want to be the super. Most of them get up to be the supervisors on the job and stuff. Because more is good at going to take some classes. Because more is a participle of the government. And do-right gonna drop on y'all one day. It just ain't time fitting. Because we got to let these brothers who want to be Moors, who really aboriginal him, we got to let them do the homework and bring the information out. And then we're going to bust their bubble with them about what The whole movement with Marcus Garvey was, and Noble Jew Ali, and Elijah Muhammad, how these three men came and really bound them, and Malachi York, and bounded them up. Now they're trying to figure out what can they do past what Malachi did for them, because Malachi really locked them up. He really locked them up and got them bound back into the damn government again by contract, so they can't be trying to steal who we is, and then they're going to come on our government and do what we tell them to damn do. You know, because the good book said, the book of the free, that's why I do right love it. Good book said he's going to take the head and make it the tail. So all y'all Negroes and black and colored and spooks and shines that been out there living good out the backs of our people, because you got to be the congressman, the city council, you were the head preacher in town, and did there another, you been to be the tail, big buddy, called, check it out. The good book said, the stone that the corner rejected, it's going to become the head of the way. And do right on his way to be the head and not the damn tail. But anyhow, maybe do right clarifies a few things. And maybe he got a few things in there that you can kind of understand. He know when he sent himself, he got you laughing. So you is learning something. And, oh, one more part I got to go in. A very important book that y'all must get. You can get the book free. On Google, you can download and everything. And when Do-Right give you these books, even if you don't read them right away, go in and save these books. And you can take these books and put them on disc, on CD disc. And you can get a whole bunch of books on CD disc. And save these books. You can download them on your computer, save them on a disc, and then delete them off your computer. Until you fill up a disc with books. Because these books might not be available forever. Especially, you know, when people start waking up, they start hiding more information. So we can get these books. But the name of this book is The Approved Order of Red Men. Y'all brothers that's out there in the Mason, y'all need to get that book. A very important book to have. Even y'all brothers that's in the Moorish Sign, y'all need to get that book. Y'all brother Nation of Islam, y'all need to get that book. It's free. We call it The Approved Order. All right, man, I forget who the author is right now, because I got so many books. But get that book and read that book, and then some of this stuff that Do-Right saying gonna start to make more sense to you. When you read the book, and then you know, you go along and look at some of Do-Right videos and the stuff that he's putting out there for you, it starts making sense to you. And then you get to see who the people is who pulled the fraud. And then you can start connecting the dots of the name they used back then and the name they use now. See, one of the names that they used back in the day was Tenement, or Tan Moore, or Tony Moore. The Tenement Society. They probably still around, but they got other organizations, just like an offshoot of kind of like an offshoot of Masonic in a way. They're a secret group now. So that book is very important that y'all to get. But again, the Seminole became, they started calling everybody in Florida Seminoles, or the Seminole tribe. Now, when they had the so-called, oh yeah, I got to put this part in there. You know, Do-Right was talking about how the people were running away from the colony to come over and be with us. So then, they started passing laws called the Indianization Act. I think that's what it called. Where they made it illegal for them to run away and join on to the Indian. And most of us, like the Yamassee, the Westoes, the Stonies, the Oconees, we fought to free the slaves. That's why the Apache is another Negro tribe. Don't fool yourself. They're another Negro tribe. They're my brothers and our sisters. I know they look like they like my hair white today, but they were Negroes from the get-go, or what we call Negroes. We fought against slavery. And that's why if you look at all the tribes that they try to tell you that are extinct, Them the one that gave them the most trouble. The only way they kill us off, you know how they say that the pen is more mightier than the sword? They just start writing us out of the history. Not that they killed us all. And then they would bring in little garrison, like right here in where we at here on the Oconee River. In Milledgeville, Georgia. Milledgeville is a very key city. Milledgeville was set up for a colony for runaways who run away from the other colonies. And they mixed in with the Oconee Indian, the Yamassee Indian, because a lot of Yamassee with him, it's just like we were all family, one nation of people, but European came and called us something else. It's just like Do-Right take and go to damn Detroit, round all his folk. And then he around there talking about, well, I'm Georgian, and they talking about, or I'm Michigan. I'm from Detroit, I'm from Atlanta, I'm from no, we still the same folk. The Yamassee and the Oconee Indian, the same people. The same nation of people. And just like I go to Detroit around my folk with this southern accent, we got different words. If I say, you want a drink, I say, I want something to drink. I'm talking about a damn soda. I'm talking about a damn Coca-Cola or something. You go up there and say you want something to drink, they think you talking about a real drink. You know, they want to give you some liquor and shit. That's the dialect difference. That's the difference between the Muskogee and the Hitachi language. Same difference. And for y'all that around here in the Ville that might watch this, it's the same like it's a different language. Somebody in Wilson County, you know, folks in Wilson County can't say no B word. Because they're going to be talking about bike and black. And you talking about back and black. Come on, I know y'all tripping out on that one because y'all done heard it too many times. But anyway, it's just the dialectical differences. But they're still my people. So the Yamassee and the Oconee Indian are the same people. The Yamassee and the Ouachita are the same people. The Yamassee and the Chickasaw, the Choctaw, the Catawbas, the Tuskegee. Same people. You follow the same people. Now, Do-Right want to give y'all this little part that we read and to kind of give you a little bit of what he's talking about. And it said, the Seminole Alliance would have been a better descriptive name. Do-Right tell you it was like the Seminole was like another confederation. As they were composed of many Indian tribes. Seminole did not indicate a blood lineage as did Muskogee, Yachi, I think it's Yachi, Y-U-C-H-I, Yachi, Oconee, Yamassee. There were also two different dialects of a common language stock. I told you it were two different dialects, but they were the same language. That's the difference between Hebrew and damn Arabic, basically. Same damn language. Muskogee was used for treaties, conferences, and trade contracts. So the Muskogee language was used for intellectual. That was the intellectual language. But the Hitachi was the language that we spoke among ourselves. It was a problem for the Muskogee and others who spoke Hitachi. You see, this was a problem for the Muskogee and others who spoke Hitachi. All tribal and individual names were given by who? The damn white man. See, they gave us the white man. The white man gave us these names. So we're going to use these names and let these names come back and bite him in the ass like a bulldog going to get on his neck and shake him because he wrote this. And he's going to be accountable for what he said. And that's why the Quran said, in that day. What day, Do-Right? Talking about the last day, y'all. In that day, every nation shall bow down to their book. And check this out. Do-Right got to give y'all this. All right. The prehistorical Florida Indian. Because Do-Right going to do a session on the Florida Indian. He's going to bring back to us one of these old days and talk about these Florida Indians before the Indian became known as Seminole. Because you had like the Tuskegee, not Tuskegee, the Tallahassee, you had the Miamians, you had the Tampa, different other Indians. Now, a lot of them, like us, were kind of killed off by who? They were killed off by the Spanish. Some of the early settlers that came in. But anyway, it said in prehistorical Florida Indians who had been here for centuries, either were killed, taken as slaves, died of disease, or absorbed into new northern tribes. Spain more or less had protected the Indians if they had left the new Spanish settlement alone, and would be candidates for Christian conversion. Let me read that over so Do-Right can understand. Spain more or less had protected the Indians if they left the new Spanish settlement alone, and would be candidates for Christian conversion. So it's telling you a lot of the Indians, they just left their land alone, maybe like a family leave, and then they were absorbed into the Spanish Christian culture, which really was a war tactic. Well, we do have to explain to y'all later on down the road, so some of our light-skinned brothers understand how you fight war. You don't necessarily have to have guns and stuff to fight war. So that was really like a war tactic to convert over to the Christianity. This separation of the Carolinas, Georgia, and Alabama Indian could have given rise to the name Seminole. The Creek word Ishi, Seminole, literally means the people whom the sun god does not love. Check it out. Seminole. The Creek word Ishi, I-S-H-I, Ishi, Ishi, Seminole. Seminole literally means the people whom the sun god does not love. Actual use is more like a separatist, seceder, runaway, or wilderness. The word also could have come from the Spanish word Cameroon, a domestic animal that has returned to the wild. See, because what would happen, a lot of people were going over and taking the Christian conversion, but they were spying out the Christian. And so they'll go in and find out all the leaders, and they'll play Christian for a while, and then they'll run around there. They'll take and run away from the Christian, from the Spanish colony, and come back over there, and they were acting like spies. And then we go in there and chop their damn necks off. Those who separated and came to Florida became known as Seminoles. They could have been named by a northern relative or even themselves. And they were told you was another word for Seminole, which meant coward. So a lot of these people took and ran away, and they wouldn't fight. They became known as Seminoles, coward. Now the white folk and the Spanish called them Seminoles, meaning when they ran away from their ass. But anyway, with that little bit, Do-Right gonna close this little bit out, and we're gonna call this other session. Look like Do-Right ought to did about an hour, so they ought to give about 3, maybe 4 videos to put up, and we just gotta go in there and break them down, add a little picture, add a little music to them and everything, and then we're gonna have to do you like the farmer did the potato. We're gonna plant you now, and we're gonna dig you up later, and we're gonna leave you with a greeting words of peace. I'm gonna say it again in the Arabic language. I'm finna go fry me some more bacon. Later, y'all.